Scorpio, welcome to your February 2025 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind, to only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. Hi, crosswatchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Scorpio and crosswatchers that energy is fluid. So this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading, where you may feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So before we get into the reading, I do have a very quick announcement that I have changed from Vimeo for my extended readings to Patreon. So just like before, you can definitely do the one-time purchase for an extended reading for the readings you feel deeply resonated to, deeply pulled to. But I also have created an exclusive channel membership for my Patreon subscribers, where you will have access to all the extended readings I ever post for $11.11 a month. You could watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs without having to repurchase every single time, cross-watch any sign. And not only that, but I've also wanted to dedicate time for live chats with my subscribers on Patreon, live readings that will only be happening for my subscribers on Patreon, and to have a space to really connect to my closest, truest fans on Mermaid Scales Tarot. So if that's something you're definitely interested in, I will be posting a link to the extended reading where you could definitely do that one-time purchase on Patreon, but also a link to my Patreon membership so you can check out the other benefits if you kind of want access to all the videos out there that I will ever post for the extended readings at a great discount for those of you that love my extended readings. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you that are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that, I just want you to open up your energy, to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Scorpio. I got like an explosion of downloads for you guys just there. Where do I begin? Okay, so the first thing I heard was give this a chance. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Dig deeper. And so then I saw like a kiss mark, but then I felt like a kiss on my forehead, but it felt bittersweet. Like it felt almost as if like someone has been pulling away or wanting a break, but for the wrong reasons. And the person that gave the kiss on the forehead was the one that was stepping aside, but doing it knowing maybe there was going to be regrets there, that there's still love and care there. And the person who is receiving the kiss is like, wait, why? And so like, I wonder if some of you guys have kind of been on a, like someone decided to go on a break with you, or someone decided to pull back. But then I heard, yeah, it's not for the right reasons. So I wonder if this person's just, you know, in their own stuff right now, is going through something right now, is trying to kind of defeat some inner demons around, you know, their feelings for you. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like that's the best choice they're making for both of you, but they did it regardless. And I think it's kind of left someone being like in limbo almost, wanting to know if this is going to fix itself or work. Then I saw the initial CL, as in Chris, as in Crystal, or, you know, Luca, Lizzie, first, middle, last initial, or maybe one or both of those resonate. Doesn't have to be, of course. But yeah, I want to see what this is all about. I definitely feel some of you need answers and clarity at this time with someone that hasn't given you much to go on. So we'll see what the cards have to say and dive deeper into this. So let's go ahead and see. All right. What is the energy for my Scorpions for February 2025 in love and romance? Tell me about the energy for Scorpio in love and romance 2025 for February. Mirror. Ooh. And it says mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. Yes, I was definitely feeling that. Okay. Now with the mirror here, this is what you need to know, Scorpio. You're mirroring some sort of inner wound within them. I think it comes from a place where you're not realizing you're doing it or you don't know how you're doing it. But I feel it's not a wound that it's easy to define or easy to kind of get through. It's definitely one of self-love. It's definitely one of insecurity. And maybe it could even stem from a childhood wound, okay? And I don't know, Scorpio, you may just, I don't know, your love is something they don't know what to do with, how to receive it. This could be someone that grew up in a very emotionally unavailable environment. They may have had, you know, their heart broken as a child, may have had, you know, lost a parent at a very early age, had a parent leave them, or had a very dysfunctional, toxic upbringing, whether this is you, them, or both of you, I don't know. But it's just the emotions that are stirring up within them is something they're meant to work through. But right now they're identifying as like red flags wrongfully. So, and I think through, you know, their behavior, whether they're pulling back or resisting or trying to avoid you or whatever they're doing, it's mirroring something back at you of like, well, I must have done something, or, you know, you're taking on their energy, but in a different way. So I want to know if this can be fixed. I want to know like how long this will go on for. But I definitely feel it would be a mistake to let these wounds or fears or insecurities sabotage something here, because I do feel this has the potential of a soulmate energy. I do feel you're meant to be the catalyst for this person's healing, growth, and evolution, but only they can decide if they're ready to take those steps. But you definitely feel isolated from this person right now, or iced out is a really good way to say it. So let's pull some more cards to get deeper here. Tell me more about this energy in February for Scorpio. You triggered something in them. That's what I'm hearing. But again, I don't think it's a trigger where, you know, something that you meant to do or meant to trigger, but it's just the love you're showing is triggering for them. It's really interesting. Let's break it down. Whoa, we have the Caduceus. Someone could work in the medical field. Someone could be a healer, a doctor, a nurse. But definitely, again, this is meant to heal something. And that's why this person met you at this time of your guys' life. There is some sort of inner wound, long-held wound that is meant to be grown out of this. But it says you will receive news from afar. So rest assured, Scorpio, if this is a break or if you haven't heard from them, you will in February. And what's positive about this is I feel it's a healed version of themselves. I feel it's one that needed the time to dissect, to understand, to interpret. I do feel their higher selves are winning the battle over their ego wounded self. And the news, I think, will be something that I think blends you guys together again, balances things out between the two of you again, where you can mirror the best possible qualities about each other through, you know, the catalyst of awakening, understanding, healing, and love. I don't think this is meant to be the end for you guys. I don't feel like this is the end road, although I feel a lot of you feel that way right now. I think they're working through something currently, and they need to work through it in order for this to come about the way it needs to be. So Spirit may be kind of keeping you guys at a distance for whoever, whether it's Scorpio or Crosswatcher, needs to kind of evolve and heal what is preventing them from receiving this high vibrational love that is being offered, that is needed to be, you know, really experienced by someone who is afraid of that experience. Wow. Tell me more. What does this person want to say to Scorpio? And even with like the healers type of occupation or career, you guys could even be light workers, spiritual healers. You could do Reiki, tarot readings, energy readings. Whether that's something you do yourself or you partake in for your own healing adventures. But tell me more. And Reiki definitely is coming through very strong here. I wonder if even you had a Reiki session about this energy or about this person recently. Okay, ooh. Let's see. I've never felt like this before. See? Yeah, confirmation big time. These are feelings that are being brought up. These are feelings that are being, you know, reintroduced. Again, they may have never felt this depth with someone in a connection, Scorpio, but I feel like they numbed themselves for so long. They couldn't numb themselves with you. Damn. So that's kind of making this feel all new for them, is because like these are like feelings and energies that can't be held down anymore, that are bursting through. Like it's kind of like how you have like a wound and all you do is just like rewrap it every now and then, put a band-aid on it, but you don't put the right things in it to form a scar, to stitch it up, to heal. Like that's what this person is doing before they met you. But now it's kind of like through meeting you and having an understanding about you bringing something new to the forefront, or you showing them and mirroring to them something that they've been trying to avoid or trying to not understand for a long time, is starting to begin that process. And it's at first, it stings, right? When you put, oh my God, what is it called? It's in that brown bottle. Hydrogen chloroxide. I could be saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. It stings first, right? You're like, but that's the infection kind of coming out. And that's what's happening with this person here with you, Scorpio. And even saying that, someone could have a very prominent scar on their arm. I'm seeing anywhere on their arm. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot to dive deeper into this. So tell me more about this energy for Scorpio. Four of Wands, dead center. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't feel this was the end of the road. This is why I don't feel like there's, going to be a permanent ending here. You guys are meant to have this right now in your lifetime. And I do feel reconciliation. I do feel a deeper understanding. And I do feel someone finally, by the end of the month, wanting to kind of just cement something here. It still feels very start. It definitely still feels a little bit still like the beginning at least, but it's definitely where they're more committed to making something happen, into being happy, into being receptive, into being open, and giving you that same energy more so than ever before. Aries energy. I'm going to get all the cards out first and then we'll do a deep dive. Yeah, Six of Wands. Love this. Leo energy, some fire energy coming through here. Some of you could have strong fire in your chart, or you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Tell me more. The Emperor. Okay. I'm hearing the Emperor's new groove. I don't know why I just heard that, but I think definitely the masculine is healing here. The masculine is the one that is coming forward in the divine counterpart here. So we all have masculine, feminine energies, yes, but some of us tend to be more dominantly masculine or dominantly feminine. I feel the feminine was the mirror to what the masculine has the potential of growing into. Wow. Okay, yeah. Not surprised to see that there. There are also 2 4s here, so your birthday could be November 4th, November 14th, or October 24th. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Yeah. This was the hardest part these last few weeks, maybe even couple of months for some of you, was this Page of Swords energy. So whether you guys were like in no communication or just very basic communication, or you definitely felt someone was like testing you or holding back or like being distant in that way. Again, this is a page energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but definitely like just figuring it out energy, just realizing or noticing or just kind of discovering these wounds or these feelings that are starting to arise here. So the Page of Swords, I definitely feel even if they pulled away or needed a break, they're very much studying you still. I don't know if you guys follow each other on social media, but still checking up on your social media, still tapping into your energy, still wondering about you, thinking about you, and then kind of saying, okay, well, if these thoughts aren't going away the same they were for other people I numbed out to or sabotaged or avoided, like, what does this mean? And I think it started to get them to ask some questions that they weren't willing to ask themselves before. But something shifted and changed now. I gotta say, with the Emperor and the Page, there could be a very big age difference between the two of you. Does not have to be the case, but I'll throw that out there for some of you. But someone, I do feel the younger energy is very wise for their age, is very grown for their age or mature for their age. And maybe that's what kind of drew the older in age person into that individual. But anyway, let's get into it. Dead center here, we have the Four of Wands. So Aries energy again. Some of you, I'm feeling Aries rising energy very strongly. Doesn't have to be the case, but definitely I think with the Four of Wands, there's a partnership meant to develop here. One that is something that someone could celebrate, someone could be excited for, that someone knows this is what I've been looking for. And I do feel like, again, I wonder if someone kind of wanted to keep their distance as far as not letting someone come over after a date or whatever. And maybe after this little hump that someone gets through, you guys are going to be spending more time in each other's homes a bit. Maybe they feel like it's messy. They don't want the other person to come or whatever. But I think it's like getting to know that this is the person that's right for me. This is the person that, you know, may show me through my own wounds and triggers some of the worst things I've held on to, but can transmute it into some of the best, and then therefore continue to uplift me. Like, I think they feel like finding this type of long-term partnership is something that's almost what they couldn't imagine for themselves before, but meeting you has become more and more real to them. There could also be a big height difference between the two of you as well. What's crossing this is the Six of Wands, Leo energy. So yeah, I think this is the person who had to like wait on this, right? Definitely the person that didn't decide to take a break, but just feeling hopeful and just knowing like there's gotta be more to this than what they're telling me, than how they're explaining this to me. But you know, as I kind of just leave this out to the universe, it will be up to if this is meant for me or not. But I think in the back of your mind, someone was really, really hoping that this would turn out for their best interest, that they would be right, that they would have this, you know, victory here with this person. Now, some of you guys with the Six of Wands here, I feel like if this is like challenging the situation, they almost think like something like how you're making them feel, Scorpio, or what they catch themselves imagining about the two of you could be too good to be true. And that they could be kind of taking off in this fantasy that they just don't want to fully believe in. Because again, they've never felt like something like this before. But at the same time, if this is kind of enhancing the spread here by crossing this, you stand out against all the other people they've ever had a connection with, that they've ever had, you know, feelings for. In their eyes, you have been making a difference. You have been someone that still impacts them, that still, you know, again, with their old tactics of trying to ghost or trying to leave or trying to avoid, it hasn't been working the same. And that's where it's like, maybe there is something about Scorpio that I need to pursue, that I need to understand. Scorpio is a rare find. And maybe that's part of why they think, you know, you guys are meant to be. Maybe they think you're out of their league, out of their caliber, or again, too good to be true type of energy here. I don't think they've ever told you this, but it's definitely something I'm sensing here. Someone could have red hair or red toned hair. What's crowning this is the Emperor. So this is Aries energy, dominant masculine energy. And I do think like they're owning a lot now. And even in this break right now, I think there's a lot they are owning up to, that they want to take accountability for, that they want to take responsibility in, that they want to step up to. And again, this is all new for them. But I think this is the growth that they needed to go through. I think they had problems before with security. They had problems before with accountability. I think it was easier for them to hurt others. And again, I don't think this is a vindictive person, a manipulative person. I'll put that out there. But someone that may have wanted to, you know, maybe give the chance of hurting someone before they could get hurt. But I think they've outgrown that with you here and are really realizing that that's not who they want to be. I think, you know, also a big time thing with this is that they were okay for a long time with being alone. They thought that that was going to be their course. And so maybe this whole meeting you has kind of stumped that. But I think with the Emperor crowning here, they want to make things right. And this is whether they're in the timeline right now of realizing this, coming out of it, they'll know that they need to make things right with you, Scorpio. And to kind of confront and be real and open to you about the things that they were afraid of before or not ready to admit before. But they're definitely ready now, or will be once this kind of hump goes over for the two of you. What's rooting this is the Knight of Swords. So this is Gemini energy, the need and the want to talk. But again, like knowing with the Page of Swords energy, someone has been like holding back from sending that message, from calling because someone needed their space. But again, it's hard when you don't have like a certain answer or an answer that makes sense, that you would want to kind of reach out and just ask and just get more information. But I think for this being the root of the situation, not being seen, someone has been holding back this Knight of Swords energy to investigate, to get down to the answer, because again, maybe someone's having a gut feeling that it will all make sense soon. You don't have to be the person to instigate this flow. The flow will come in. But I definitely feel as this person matures, as this person is growing into the Emperor energy, they do realize they need to talk to you and be real with you, be honest with you, be open with you with some things that they were battling through or going through. But definitely you still check each other's social media. If you guys have social media, if not, you reread the texts that you guys sent to each other before to see if there's anything you missed there. Both of you do that. Again, you mirror each other a lot. In the recent past, we have the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Okay, so for some of you, the last time they saw you, they thought you looked really, really good. They thought that you were dressed well, that you had nice things on, that you looked like you were healthy, that you were doing well. Maybe you ran into each other. Maybe you posted a picture that they kind of saw this vibe and energy from. They still think you still got it, even if it's been a few weeks or a couple months. But others of you, this is more so about like finally kind of realizing I've been trying to go down this road alone for too long, thinking I could handle it, thinking I just need myself. And again, I don't think that that's entirely a bad thing. Like, I think we definitely need to know that no matter what happens, if we stabilize ourselves, we can make through anything. But not realizing that you have to just pigeonhole into like, it's just going to be me. I can only rely on myself. There's no one I can trust. This is kind of something I think they're growing out of, that has been something they felt very safe with for a long time and very secure with for a long time. But I think realizing, meeting you, that the Four of Wands is definitely a potential for them. And they would be a fool to miss out on this with you, Scorpio, with everything you have, knowing that you could give the Four of Wands. I think they're knowing what could happen here should they make the wrong choice. All right, Scorpio, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about, where to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I will be posting the link to the extended reading in the description box of this video, where you will find the one-time purchase to go into the extended reading, but also, again, I'll be posting the membership reading, so if you want access to multiple extended readings with not paying over and over again, maybe even to cross-watch this person to see what else is going on, you'll have the opportunity with that membership post with all the other exclusive benefits as well. But just so you know, if you feel like this was your reading, I promise there'll be more answers and clarity for you in the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Scorpio, I hope that this has confirmed a lot for you. I hope that this has given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.